Hello, everybody. Freedom Fighter here. Welcome back to Bayonetta 2. We're about to do Chapter 1, the Angel's Metropolis. Now, I have the game's music off for a reason here. Back then when I was trying to record this game, one of the game's songs didn't like the YouTube gods didn't like it. So so just for this chapter, I'm gonna be playing with the music off, and then I'll turn it back on for chapters 2, 3, and 4. So this was the one chapter when I was recording back in the day. I was having issues uploading. But anyway, let's get into the plot.
So, I asked around, and some whale in Europe is trying to fence a huge rock on the black market. He calls it the right eye, saying it's part of some set called the Eyes of the World. Fits the bill of what you're after, don't it? Now, here's the funny bit. The stone passes around the halls of power for hundreds of years, vanishes, and then the black market goes white hot for the thing. But the seller wanted an arm and a leg for it, to the point no one could stomach the price. So back goes the stone. But not before everyone figures out where the guy is. You're gonna enjoy doing this one, I bet. I love sticking it to the rich. Of course, when you do, don't forget your old buddy Enzo stuck his neck out on this one. Slide me a few fuzzoles out of the rich guy's pocket for my troubles, right? Anyways, you better get going before the trail gets cold. Off to the middle of nowhere. Paradise of Europe. Vigrid.
Welcome to Vigrid, our final stop. Entry visas are required of all travelers. Please submit your Vigrid-issued entry visa for inspection upon disembarking. Please make sure you take all your valuable belongings with you. Repeating this message. Welcome to Vigrid, our final stop. Entry visas are required of all travelers. Please submit your Vigrid-issued entry visa for inspection upon disembarking. Please make sure.
So, you have arrived at last, my dear. The time has come to awaken the eyes of the world. Fear not, my dear child. Such a beautiful young lady you've become. I'll always see to it no harm comes to you.
So, this is supposed to be paradise?
Okay, here we are. For chapter 1. So we can go around here. Like I said, the music is going to be off for just this one chapter. Because like I said back in the day, I had problems putting this up, and we're just going to be safe here just by, for this one chapter, I will just turn the music off, and I'll put it back on for chapter 2, because it was really a shame, but yeah, hopefully for the rest of this game, I'll be able to do it. And looks like it's just for a few songs, and if it's just for a few songs, then I can tolerate that. So this is my attempt. Anyway, in order to move on, we have to go through this area over here. And check this door. The spear in the wall. Around. Getting closer to it makes it glow brighter. Which power built in. Anyway, what you want to do with this wall is punch it. Just punch it. And eventually, you can get through. You want to go all the way down here. And punch this as well. And this will get you a key. And here is also another enemy that you will not be getting at this part if you're playing on hard mode. This enemy we will see later. They're not that hard to deal with. Unfortunately, though, when you have the key, it's a very heavy thing, and these enemies are kind of fast. There we go, we got her. And you can see now I actually have more health because of that blue witch heart that we got after beating the first chapter. And we got a gold medal for that verse. We'll try to do better as the game goes on, like I said we would. Wicked Weave. This is another cool thing that you get to do. Just by doing that. Oh my god. No, 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 no. That was... That was bull. I should have had her. There you go again. At the end of the day, it's just kind of... You gotta get used to the enemy's patterns. Alright, now we're gonna be doing some major damage now. Yeah. Aha. Oh no! I forgot they also had that move too, where they could just clone themselves. There we go. Oh, come on. Come on! No! Yeah, everything's going badly. Okay, that one's dead. And that one's dead. God, I really shouldn't be getting hit that much when it comes to those ones. Those are not hard to take out. But I also do remember that I buy a lot of techniques, witch techniques for this game, and that really helps me on later too. Anyway, what you want to do here in order to get across this is lift these statues that we just fixed, and then hit X, and then at the last possible second activate Witch Time, and then you can walk across the water. This wall here. It'll get converted into a platform. It becomes an elevator. And this is where, when I was recording this at one time, the music right here was not terrible, so that's why I have music off. Anyway, more plot.
I knew it. This town's teeming with heaven's little helpers. It's making my buddies downstairs awfully nervous.
And your point is?
Some places in this world are closer to Paradiso or Inferno. The rat hole of a town you and I live in is close to both. But the Vigridians, it got a special air about them. They're closer to Paradiso than anyone should ever be. And that shit just plain creeps me out. I guess I'm gonna have to set up shop here and score me some halos. These stupid rings are worth a fortune back home. Since it seems you're spoiling for a fight, if you come across any of these, bring them to me, and I'll hook you up.
Another one looking to line his pockets. I'm beginning to see why Enzo is so fond of you.
Real cute. But let's get one thing straight. Your fights are yours alone. I'm only here to watch my handiwork in action. So don't get any bright ideas about coming to me for help.
No. You get one thing straight. I'm not the slightest bit interested in the fact that you made these guns. If you get in my way, I will... How do the Americans put it? Oh yes. Bust a cap in yo ass.
Right on, baby. Right on.
All right. So that was Rodan, and now we have access to his shop, the Gateways of Hell, whenever we want. Multiple times in each chapter, we can go to a shop for basic items to help us along our journey. I don't need anything from Rodan right now, so that's why we're not going to go to the shop. So I will be showing it off later when we actually get stuff. So right now we got nothing. So let's keep going. Now at the Big Grid Central Station, we got to go this way over here. Oh, wow.
What?
sometimes trouble saying some of these words. But these are our first group of it. Or not a first group of angels, but we get to see what they're actually called. Here we go. Oh, that was stupid. I was trying to activate the torture check, but I I did it poorly there and I got hit. That big guy is the one who has the health bar. There we go. Now you put him in the Iron Maiden, and he goes out like that. And we get his weapon, which I failed miserably there. But if you use that on the angels, you can take them out very quickly. We got another one here, which I'm going to demonstrate.
Too late.
By doing this. Yeah, look at that. So that's a really helpful thing the weapon to use. Now we're getting some health back since some of the enemies do drop health. So not every enemy in the game is cool. Oh, now I got a big guy fight. Beloved. I know it's a little shame with the music off. I know it's a little quiet with the music off, but I'm not gonna take any chances. Just for this one chapter, I will have the music off. When we get to chapter 2, I will turn it back on. Oh my lord, come on. There. Now time for climax. And there we go. And you can actually pick up this hammer for this ace. For an accident, you can use it. And we got a record that we can actually give to Rodan, and he'll give us a weapon. We'll be doing that later. And up here is a broken witch heart. Those you actually want to find. There are a couple around the game, and if you find a good amount of them, it will actually give you more health for you to have in your journey. It'll make your health bar bigger. That way, necessarily, you don't have to buy the blue witch hearts. So yeah, I know where a good chunk of them are, but I don't know where every single witch heart, red witch heart is. So if I miss some, I'm sure I'll miss some. Okay, but I know a good chunk of them. This is not a 100% playthrough, it's just my playthrough of Bayonetta.
What are you doing? Let's go.
Yeah, now we're in the past, actually. I gotta face this big monster, and I did it miserably there. I lit fire. And he actually eats our friends. And when it's down to just you basically gotta just keep doing damage to her. Damn. This is really how I best do damage to this. You can't really, in the past Bayonetta, you actually don't have access to witch time. You just basically have her guns, and that's it. So this is basically the same kind of Bayonetta that we had before the prologue began. You know, that opening cutscene. So yeah, I might actually die here, but I'm gonna try my best not to get hit. Alright, okay, we can do witch time. It's just not... It's just only at certain points we can do it. I had a feeling I would die. Even though I tried to dodge it, I hit the evade button. Nothing happened. Alright, let's try this again. But anyway, the whole point of this boss is you actually want to get it to half health. Once you get it to half health, it will actually retreat. So you don't have to take out its whole health bar. Oh, man. There we go. See? It kind of says retreat there. There's another area where you can go to the gates of hell, but I'm not going to. We're just going to move on. Oh, you again. Don't touch me.
I've had enough. 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 Yeah.
Do that button combination at the right time and you'll be able to get through. Ah, he's got more. And now he's making max to this platform, so we need to take him out before he takes the whole platform down. And there we go. Climax again. And that was chapter 1. So we died twice, so let's see our grade is. Ah, stone again, so. Okay, so I gotta be really careful.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's what you've been waiting for. Angel attack! Ready, fire! Round over.
There we go. I didn't score that much that time, so we're not going to be able to get the Blue Witch Heart. In fact, we can't get any items. We were 2 points short. So we're going to have to exchange for halos. So. Anyway, on to chapter 2, to the holy city of Vigrid. And now I will turn the music back on. Yes. If there's any more things I have to erase when I'm editing, I will. But I remember that one chapter was always giving me trouble. But anyway, let's go to the Gates of Hell and actually see Rodan first. Because we're going to give him that record that we got in the first chapter.
Well, well. An Angelic Hymns Gold LP.
Or he calls it an LP.
Had your hands on something awfully rare, haven't you? That thing is the perfect bait to coax out some of hell's uglies. One note hits their ears, and a damn who's who of Inferno comes pouring out of the inner circles. Then I can use them to breathe life into what I make best. Weapons of mass destruction. Tell you what, you give me that record, and I'll order up something so fiendish, angels will cry at the sight of it. I'll just have to pop down to the tropics for a bit. So take a load off.
Will do, Rodan.
All done. He's a little rude, but he makes up for it with charm. Be nice to him, okay?
Roses. And what we unlocked really is 2 kind of dual-ish shotguns that do a decent amount of damage, but I don't really use them that much. And there's an alternative version there, which you do not need those or just a different look of them. Anyway, here's the items. You can also buy witch hearts here, which I recommend you do later on in the game. But we don't have that many Halos, so all I really wanted to do was give Rodan that LP. So now that we given it to him, let's move on.
Fancy bumping into you here. Out to find some answers about your past, are we?
You've quite the familiar face, and using the same powers. But you'll have to forgive me. Do we know each other?
Same powers? Don't make me laugh. Your little dip in that lake has left you a bit rusty.
I've been high and dry for 20 years now. The only rust on me is from the lack of any real challenge. Perhaps you're up for the task.
You've already disappointed me. This is a moment I've long desired. But you've forgotten your destiny and wasted the past 20 years.
You're right. I do seem to be having trouble remembering things of late. Would you be so kind as to take it from the top?
2 overseers, the eyes of the world. They are the power behind everything.
Jean, as heir to the clan, the time has come for you to prove your right to fight under the Umbran name. You may select opponents of your choice.
Then allow me to face the outcast.
None. Helen Kiadagat. The child is of impure blood. Challenging her would be a violation of our tenets of faith.
It would not be the first time we've faced each other.
Kiard?
Will you face me in this hallowed arena?
Well, if I must. But I pray you've got a little something for me in return. You know, I'm very fond of stuffed animals.
Yeah! Yeah!
Alright, here we go, the first verse of chapter 2. This one we're actually back in the past Bayonetta, so we have very limited on our attacks. Anyway, in a hard mode, this first John fight, yes, there's more than one John fight. she has 2 health bars. Or 3 health bars, I should say. I think in normal mode she only has 2. At least from what I remember. Anyway, the best way to do damage on her, in my opinion, and to not really get hit, even though I already got hit twice, is to go on the ceiling and just keep ground pounding. This is really the best way to do damage to her. So this is the maybe there's another technique to get her to do damage to her, but this is what I always do when it comes to the first John fight. So now we're on our last health bar. Come on. Once she gets to very low health, she'll actually start getting a little bit more aggressive and start to moving to other parts of the room where this strategy will not be effective as much. You just gotta really move in order to find where she is. Now I found her. There we go, we got her. So, yeah, that's the way I always did. I always took her out. I'm sure there's a better way, but that's how I always did it.
Sean.
Sean. Deer and decorations. They all get to hear the Bayonetta kind of fight theme that we didn't get to hear in the first chapter. Put him in the Iron Maiden. Oh, I can't get back here. Anyway, in order to bring up the weapons here, you can see we got the shotguns here, and I'm actually going to put them on my feet. There we go. Here we have another wall, but we also have a set of statues that we need to activate before we actually go hitting it. Ah. I failed. Somehow. There we go. Alright. And now we got more plot coming, so... Here we go.
Do you believe in fate? Fate brought us here together, and it will never tear us apart. Sayonara. Fleur de ciré eau de parfum. Such a wonderful floral bouquet. With its subtle hints of rosemary. You know, in the language of flowers, rosemary equates to remembrance. Which doesn't quite equate to you, now does it? Bayonetta. Shit! Will you stop that?
That little bug on Enzo was a nice touch. Seeing you here, I suppose it wasn't the only one. You've certainly bloomed, haven't you, my little Cheshire puss?
I'm not your pet. The name is Luca. A name you'd better remember. Ah! Shit! Damn it! Wait! You can't just run away from me like that! I know what I saw that day! I know all about your kind. Sure, my colleagues laugh at me for chasing fairy tales, amongst other things. But I know they're real. I know the truth. This smell. It's the same smell that clung to the air the day my father was murdered. Which means I'm right on your doorstep, Bayonetta.
let you in on a little secret, Cheshire.
The name is Luke.
You need to hone your sense of smell, my dear. There's no rosemary in the perfume. After all, rosemary's a demon repellent.
My bad. My mic was off. That was another new character that were introduced to this game. Luca, who apparently thinks Bayonetta killed his father. Is that actually a thing that happened in the past? Maybe we'll find out. So you can see, you can do some decent damage with the shot. You can do some decent damage with the shotguns if you had them on your feet, or using them just like the actual guns. This guy again. More torture attacks to do. More health, don't mind if I do. Now we're not on the urge of death. At least for a bit. Now we're on the urge of death again. That didn't last long. Ah, he got away.
You only run away so fast because you've got something to run from. Me! But you can't escape me forever.
My bad. My mic was off again. There wasn't a bullet that we can use. An angel attack. Jump over that subway train. Another thing we have to dodge. Oh my god. I try not to do that move. because you're vulnerable very easily when you do it. I evade. I hit the trigger. I hit it. I hit it. Oh. That was BS. I really should have had him there. There we go. I even got a platinum medal. I would have gotten a pure platinum if I didn't get hit there. Pure platinum is the best medal you can get. This is that same enemy that ran off earlier. And we're gonna take him out this time. Oh, he bought friends. I dodged that. Nope, no, no, no. Oh. I don't even know how I did that. I hit the trigger! I swear I hit the trigger! Oh my lord. Hopefully that is the last time I die. I really want to try to do better than Stone Awards. You don't get these blue witch hearts. Your health is really low. think it's once he summons him. Okay, you can't skip it. Ooh.
The shadow remains cast.
For a second there, my camera was blurry. You might have been able to see that, but I was going to fix that, but then it fixed itself. Bro. Bro! I am hitting the trigger. I am hitting the trigger. I don't know why it's not doing anything.
The shadow remains cast.
We're definitely getting a Stone Award. I evade that, but okay. I should have been through this section already. This bullshit. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, that one's out. Oh my lord. Got him! Ugh. I was on the edge of death again, but we got him. Get out of here. Hallelujah. And defeating those two guys will give me one of the best weapons in the game. A record to get to Rodan that I will show off, obviously, when we beat the chapter. So I'm serious. Getting beating those guys will reward you big. But yeah, I have no health. One hit and I'm dead. Actually, we can go give her Dan that LP right now. So let's do that.
Another LP? Working me to the bone. But no need to pity me. I was bored anyways. Let me go whip some things into shape for you. This took a bit of pounding to shape, but the workmanship's solid. Now, go put this thing to good use.
Oh, I will definitely put that to good use. That is the sword. That is a sword katana. For this game. And before I also get out of here, I'm gonna get myself a witch heart. Why? Because Bayonetta needs it. I just died so many times. And then we'll buy one technique. So our health bar is now a little bit bigger. As well, we got that sword whenever we want. So I'm gonna put it on me right now. And this is literally one of the best, probably the best weapon to use in the game if you're not gonna find any more. Over there is a broken moon pearl. Will actually give us more witch power if we collect enough of them. Similar to the witch hearts. Alright, we're gonna get the joy enemy. Yeah. And I activated it maybe a little bit too early. Oh yeah, definitely. What you want to do here at this part is to lift the statues, then go to the bridge, a wall, and then activate it. Then you can actually make it. Just like that.
Who's there? enough hide and seek, my scurrying little friend. Just a child? What are you doing running around Vigrid? You're certainly not dressed in your Sunday best.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words,
My God, Lord. Yeah, excuse me, yeah. That's the final verse in the chapter, and it's a little tough. But the sword does really good damage. come on. Yeah. Oh, quickly press the button. Just like that. That'll be X. Okay. That will finally do it for chapter 2. Oh.
Oh, what a day!
Later chapters, I'm really going to try, okay? I just have very low health, and I used to be so good. I used to be so good at this game, but what happens when you don't play it for a long time? You lose your skill, and that's generally what I did and what I have. But I promise, later chapters, I will try to get better than Stone Awards. All right, just for the prologue and chapters 1 and 2, and we're not so hot. Ah, 55. That's okay. We can still get our Blue Witch hearts, which we'll definitely need for the next chapter. The next chapter is pretty tough, so yeah. This video is honestly went long enough for how long just those first 2 chapters did. So I will come back and we will do in part 3. We will do chapters 3 and 4 and maybe 5. But yeah, that'll be next. See y'all then.